Hello, my name is Helen Orejobi. Today I would like to talk to us about braiding as a business. If you care to know the tricks and tips and you care to know about this multi-million dollar business, stay locked. I'll be right there. Hello, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Helen Orejobi. So today I want to talk to us about the braiding business. Yes, for the braiding business, this business that's so mysterious that everybody want to join. Yeah, the sky is big enough for everyone. Most people say the business is oversaturated, but I tell you, there's enough space for you. So come on in. Everyone wants to be financially independent, but not everyone wants to do the 9 to 5. Trust me, I've been there, done that. As a single mom or for stay-at-home moms, this is kind of like the best business you could do and kind of make good money as well. Remember when I started years ago here in America, I used to, have a boutique and a hair salon back in Africa. I'm African. But coming to America, I just realized because I have little kids and I wouldn't want to do something that keeps me away from them. So I decided to braid. Actually, the first person that braided, it was so funny. First person I ever braided, she kind of like gave me $90 for box braids. And I was like, whoa, that's good. Then I started, taking it seriously. And trust me, it's paying very well. So now let's go into my key points that I have outlined for you to get this business going. So number one thing we want to talk about is start small and start now. In the braiding business, you need to start now. You don't have to have everything together. You need to start today. Get your first clients in that chair, do the hair, whatever funds you have from it, put half of it aside and use half of it and reinvest into the business. And that's how you grow. You take money that you make the profit and you put it back into the business and scale up. You see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes. I actually wrote down my notes so I don't forget anything. So basically the basic tools for a beginner or for a pro, you'll need your combs, you need your rubber bands, depending on kind of hair you want to do. If you're not very good with gripping, rubber bands will help you. You need your hair creams, you need Shine and Jam or any product of your choice. I'm not advocating for any brand right now. Um, yeah, I'm not advocating for any brand right now. I'm not sponsored by any brand. You need your mousse, you need your hair splits, you need your hair gel, you need clips for helping you pat the hair when you're about to work on a particular session. You need those clips. What else? Yeah, you need towels to help you protect your clients from getting soaked or getting dirty. You need aprons. um, Basically all these things that I've just listed won't cost you a lot. You need a ring light. You need a ring light. You need a ring light for pictures. These are the things that we did back in the days we didn't know. Like for me, back in the days when I started braiding here in America, I've always had a salon way back in Africa. I've been in the business for more than 16 years now. You need a ring light for taking picture and a good phone or a camera. Don't be doing your hair business without pictures. It's all about image, it's all about pictures. This is where people will actually, can I see a portfolio of your work, can I see what you've done before, your job. So if you take good pictures, you'll be able to project the hair. Sometimes you do a good job, you do a good braid or you do a good style, but you're not able to represent that job right. So get you a ring light. You can get a cheap ring light for your iPhone or your phone, or you could get a standard one. Ring lights, I think it ranges from like something like $15 to 90 something dollars. That's what you need. And then you need a hair rack where you can line out your hair. It helps you make the work faster. You're working on your own, so you need to have like things or tools that can help you work efficiently and perfectly. That you can get most of these things from Walmart. They're cheaper. Hair racks about $9 to $10 from Walmart. You need your aprons and your cape for your clients. You need a blow dryer to help you blow out the hair and get it really stretched out and ready for braids. And also for finishing of your hair, you'll need your blow dryer. You need your scissors. You need your electric jogs. You need a chair, if possible. You need a chair, you need a salon, a stylish chair. It helps you, when you're turning the clients around, it helps you a lot. But if you're a mobile braider, you don't need a chair. You just need to know that your client has a good chair that won't really stress you. And then you need hair dryers, styles like feeding braids or cornrows. You want to put them on the dryer. And then you need your business card. Yes, 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 you need your business card. As a beginner, you need to share your cards, take it to the beauty supply store. You meet people at the store, grocery store, or whatever. You give them your card and you introduce yourself. Um, the business of braiding is not really that hard. You could pick up a particular style. You could say you want to start with kids' hair, focus on one thing at a time. Or you want to do box braids, you could focus on box braids and perfect that skill. Don't go doing everything as a beginner. Focus on box braid and perfect it. To learn is YouTube. Trust me. Braiding back in Africa, I used to have like several staff, work with me, and they were very good. I tell you, they were very good. So I basically didn't do nothing. But coming to America, I realized that I had to do it all by myself. There's certain styles that I didn't know how to do, like the way they do the fitting here is different from the way we do it back in Africa. What we do in Africa is called Ghana braids, but in America you do fittings. It's a different technique, different style. I know the very first place I worked at, where um, I had a boots in that salon. Um, some people that I met there, some colleagues of mine, practically were making jest of me because they knew I didn't know what I was doing, and I had to go to YouTube. And first thing I did, I had to buy this. This is your best friend. If you're gonna be a braider, get yourself a mannequin that has hair. I don't know, for some funny reason, this is the only thing I can lay my hands on. But this is gonna be your best friend for if you're beginning to braid. You want to get this pretty lady here. Will not insult you. She will not be mad at you for taking long. She won't cuss at you. She will not say she's not coming back. She's your best friend for the time being. You could do any kind of style on this. You want to learn box braids, you do it on here. If you want to do um cornrows, you do it here. If you want to do crochet, you do it here. Whatever style. Right now, the easiest styles to do is the butterfly locks or the distress lock. For people that don't really know how to braid, you could start with that and it makes good money. You can make good money from that. Just get yourself a good old mannequin head. Pretty. She's been my best friend. So for every new style that comes out, I go to my baby girl here and we get digging. We get digging and we do the styles. Yeah, I have some kids that I'm training. This was done by one of my pretty girls. Um, while having her session, she did this. So yeah, I train as well. But for now, what I want to tell us is the industry, yes, is saturated, but hey, people would braid their hair. People always want to look good. So no matter how many we get, there's always going to be a business. Depends on your pricing, availability, and your professionalism. When asked the question where to begin, you could begin at home. From the comfort of your home, just dedicate one part of your home for braids. Make it clean and conducive for your clients. Put a chair there. If you can, get you a styling chair, a stylish chair. It will help you get the job done easily without hurting your back. Um, uh, as time goes on, once you get started, you can, either you get a boot, or you can get a suite, or you rent a shop. So where to start should be the least of your worries and your problem. You can start wherever you are. Start from your home. And now most people would say, okay, I don't really live alone, and I have a like, shared apartment, and my roommates might not want me to do that. You could be a mobile braider. Mobile braiders make more money. The only thing you need to do is know how to price right. If you're a mobile braider and you know how to braid or know how to do any style very well, you could charge well. I suggest if you're a mobile braider, what you should do is charge the price of Uber or Lyft. That's You need to add that cost to your braiding fee because you're not going to be the one driving on your own. So um I had like few instances where I tried to do the mobile thing. It didn't really work with me because people would not sit still, and people would be people. They would find excuses because they're in their home. So I decided I won't do it. But if you decide to tow that route, you will need to make sure that you charge a particular fee per hour. You're going to charge hourly rates so that they know that once you're there for business. Just like every other profession, if people come work at your home or at your place of work or whatever, they charge you per hour while they're there. A good place to start is a barber and a braiding shop or salon. Why I said this is because you could potentially get those guys that come to, edge up their hair, the guys that do dreadlocks, the guys that love cornrows. Once they know there's a braider in the shop, they would, lean towards you, as a braider in that shop. So that's a good place to get a boot. If you're gonna be paying as much as 100 to 150 or $200 a week, you need to be in a shop where you can easily get walk-ins just in case you don't get booked by your own clients for that week. Um, and if you're the kind of person that you said, oh no, I don't like being a crowd, I just like my privacy, I have a lot of clientele, I think I want to make them more comfortable, you could actually move up and get you a suite. If you don't want a full-blown shop where you have multiple chairs, you could get a suite where you can have one or two, chairs in there, and it's cheaper for you to get a suite. You can give your clients, privacy. It gives you, the sense of belonging. You go in and you come out at your time, and then you could work basically with your own schedule. And then one thing that I did, you know, wrong while I started out braiding in America was I didn't require deposit. And people will tell you word of mouth, hey, that you know I'm gonna come in, and they don't show up. And the realization that you're working per hour or you're working like every other person, even if you're working from home, hits you and you're like, oh my God, I'm losing business. So for your policy, you need to start the way you want to finish. I admonish you to require a deposit no matter how little. You could start with $20. I actually, went ahead and started with $10. I was scared, like I was like, oh my God, maybe they won't pay. And then my friend was like, you need to charge a deposit. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know what to do. And then I tried it and I did the $10 and it worked. And some people would pay the $10 and they still don't show up. So I decided, okay, maybe that $10 wasn't just doing anything to them. So I took it up to $20. And after like a while, maybe like 6 to 8 months, I bumped it up, to $40. And then I now realize, hey, that this thing is working. The fact that you are able to eliminate certain caliber of clientels. You only bringing in the right paying clients once you set your deposit high. The right clients will come to you. Those ones that come to you are the ones that are not going to be, problematic, the ones that are not going to stress you. For them to put a $40 deposit down, they would come through. And then what I started doing when I moved into my suite was I divided the deposit. I had a $40 deposit for box braids, anything braids, cornrows, fittings, knotless braids. I charge a $40 flat fee for that deposit, which of course goes towards your total, cost of your hair. And then I charge $60 for any, hair like butterfly locks, distress locks, fox locks, even regular dreadlocks, starter locks. I charge $60, and I noticed that my sales went up. I stopped, doing promos at that point because I realized that I have these clients, that come in once a month or once in 2 3 months, you know. So it's a good balance to me, because I'm not able to, you know, understand the market, and I know that okay, for every person that pays the deposit, they're committed, they will show up. And then my commitment to them is to make sure I show up at my job at that time. So um, charging deposit is very key. Don't be scared. Don't make the mistakes that we do. You know, when you're starting out, I know a lot of people, you know, really want to get people in your chair. You don't care. But for business, you need to start proper. You need to take a lot of pictures. Another thing you need to do, you need to take a lot of pictures of your work. I didn't used to take pictures because it wasn't something we used to do. Africans really don't like people taking pictures of them. You know, for you to take a picture of an African, they will tell you, oh no, please, I don't want my face in social media. Please, I don't post my picture. You know, this kind of stuff. So it was hard, you know. And all I was just focused on when I started here in America was more of the money. And then you meet clients that tell you, sorry, can I see a picture of your work? You know, you could work in a commission based salon. If you want to learn, you know, skills, if you're really not that good, you could go to salons where they do commission based and offer you services and like an apprenticeship, and they get to pay you. So what you do is they start the hair and you finish up. Now what does to you is it helps you, you know, perfect the skill on a live client. And while you're working, you're going to learn a lot of things in there. You're going to learn, you know, how the business is being run, even if you're a silent partner, but you're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn how they charge. You're going to learn the timing of each braid. It will help you in the long run. So don't be scared to go work in a commission based shop. I did go to one or two places, although it was the worst experience ever, because they get to cheat you. And especially working with the French people, French braiders, we're all Africans. I'm not throwing shade here. You know, the thing about French braiders and Nigerians, I think they have like a beef with us. So they tend to cheat you out of what you're doing, because everybody's speaking French right there. And then at first I thought the more you work, the more money you get. But I noticed somebody was like, you know, she was saying, oh, fatigue, like, you know, like she was saying, oh, she's tired, you know. And then there were good braiders, great braiders, but they were slow. I was wondering, like, why are we four on a braid on the head and we're not able to finish in 2 hours? Something I can do on my own and then finish in 4 5 hours. And you have four great braiders on that same head, and the job takes 4 hours. That goes to show you that people would be people. But anyway, I'm not going in there. That'll be for another day. But basically, what I'm trying to say is go to a shop where they're braiding and offer your service. They're going to pay you a commission base. Usually, most of them will tell you to give you 30% or 40% or 50% or 55%. Get your hands in there. Be humble, learn. It's a learning curve. You're not going to be there every time or the whole of your life. You're just there to learn the business, you know, of braiding. And then, like I said, if you're done with that, you could actually start your own shop. And another thing is, most people think you need to learn how to braid or you need to know how to braid to own a shop. No, you don't. You could set up a braiding shop and get good braiders, pay them commission, and they still do the job for you. And another plus is why they're doing the job, you're learning on the job, you know. So um, I think that's about it for now. I'm gonna go really in depth into this. Meanwhile, I have a book that is fully packed. If you want to learn more about how to start up your braiding business, how to scale your business, the tricks, the tips, and every little industry secret you want to know, I put them down in the book. You could grab your copy from the link in my bio down description, or you could visit my website and you purchase the book. You would really be enlightened and educated, and you'll be pumped up and ready to start up your own braiding shop. Anyway, yeah. So another thing I want to talk to us is be professional from the get-go. If you're doing your hair business, be professional. Don't start out doing your hair business from your house and let people come into your bedroom. Mm-mm. You need to create a space for your hair. You need to have a designated space. If it's your living room or your dining area, most people do it from the kitchen. You make sure that place looks clean and neat. Your client is coming to sit in your space for at least 4 to 5, 6, 7 hours. Make them comfortable. Most of them won't say nothing. Trust my American sisters. They won't say nothing. They're just gonna be looking or quiet or be on their phone, pressing their phone and looking at stuff. Most of them don't even care about your YouTube or your TV or whatever. Most would opt for your Wi-Fi if you have Wi-Fi in the house or whatever. They will want that. But majority of them don't care about the television. They just want to be on the phone, looking at pictures and catching up on social media because of the busy day they've been. So having them sit in your seat for that number of time, you need to give them comfort. They are there to relax and not to be stressed up. So you're going to give them satisfaction, make them feel relaxed. Never lowball yourself. In this braiding business, don't lowball yourself. You know how much you're worth. Just like every profession in America, everybody gets paid per hour. You need to know what an hour is worth to you. Someone once told me, it's a friend of mine, he told me, um, what's your living expenses? And I told him X amount of money. And then he said, divide your living expenses by the number of days, which is 30, some majority 30 or some 31. So by, let's say, 30 or 29 days, because you don't get to work every day. If you take out 4 um, weekends, 4 Sundays, for most people that don't do hair on Sundays, some braiders don't work on Mondays. So if you take out 6 days or 8 days in a month, so you're gonna be left with that's 24. So divide, assuming your living expenses is about $3,000 or $2,000. Divide that the living expenses by the number of days, which is 24 days, active days that you get to work. And then once you divide that, you need to know how many hours are you going to put into doing this job. Are you doing 1 braid per day or 2 braids per day? So you kind of check it out, and then you will know the unit cost for your hour. So some people charge as low as $10 per hour. That's why you see people do braids like $15, $10. And then you'll be wondering, a braid takes you about 6 to 8 hours to get box braids. So some people that are not really fast. And then you charge $80. So 80 divided by 8 hours, that's $10 per hour. Need to know what your hour is worth. Never lowball yourself. A good place to start is maybe you do $30 per hour. So for every style, if it's going to take you 5 hours to get it done, multiply that by 30, because you're going to be standing on your feet. You're going to be putting your hands in people's hair. Most people's hair is filthy. Sorry, but that's the truth. Some people show up to the appointment, they don't wash their hair, and then you tell them, I need you to get your hair washed, and some people will tell you, sorry, I don't like to wash my hair. If you don't want to braid, you leave it. And you look at it like, oh, I need to make this money. You dip your hands in there. So you need to know what your hour is worth. I think I shouldn't have said that, but that's the truth. That's why you see most people can be very arrogant, and they tell you, oh, she's an arrogant braider. No, she just doesn't want to put her hands in fields. That's why most people add free washing to their service, you know, so they can avoid braiding dirty hair. So when you come in and they give you free washing, they added that service to the price, which is about $15 to $20. So know what you're worth. Don't lowball yourself. Don't be in a habit of giving promos or discounts every time. I just realized that I have a certain number of clients that wouldn't book appointment until I put promo or I put special or sales. And then you see some people come up to me and tell me, oh, do you still have that special going? A special that I ran since 2 years ago, or that I ran since January or December, or Christmas special. And then you're coming to me in August and you're still asking for that special. Girl, I'm a mother. You know, I need to feed my kids. Business don't run that way. So please don't lowball yourself. If you are known for the braider that gives a lot of special, your clients will always expect you to reduce the price for them to book. So I'm not saying doing specials is bad. You could do it, maybe do it and say for certain amount of time, special run for maybe when you see the season, the period is slow, and you just say, okay, I'm running special for 3 to 5 days. So the people that are fast enough to book those days get the special, and you take it back and go back to normal. Lesson learned. Trust me, you learn on the job, but you don't have to learn the hard way. We've done the all the processes. It's now time for you to scale and run. Anyway, like I said, for more information about all this, it's going to be in my book. My book is out. Please get my book or pre-order my book, and you will learn a lot. Another thing I want to talk to us about, you not being far above your job. I just told you now that you shouldn't lowball yourself. The same me, I'm telling you, you're not above your job. Some people feel they're above their job. You cannot be above your job as a braider. That's who you are. Some people think it's a condescending job, or it's the job, it doesn't have prestige. Trust me, braiders make good money. Braiders make more money than most profession. Some people think braiders are hungry people, poor people that don't have options. No, braiders make good money. There's some braiders that braid $1,500 $2,000 for knotless braids. We're still trying to get to that level where we're charging X amount of money. But what I'm saying in a nutshell is, regardless of the fact that you're making so much money, you are not above your job. So don't show up to your job or your appointment having an arrogant attitude and thinking your clients, you know, should be grateful that you're putting your hands on their head. No, it's the other way around. If you don't get people in your seat, you're going to go hungry. So it's a two-way street here. One, you shouldn't lowball yourself. Another, you shouldn't, be above your job. Don't come with the attitude of, I don't care. After all, it's just braiding. It's not just braiding. This braiding has made a lot of people buy houses. Most people drive luxurious cars. Most people travel. They sponsor a lot of people with braiding money. So please approach this business with professionalism. You're going to be, professional in all aspects. Now, this brings me to the other topic I want to talk about, which is building relationship and following. I know most people really bother about the number of people that follow them, on social media. They're bothered about, how many people like their pictures, how many people, saw, have the view their pages or the images. But trust me, it doesn't matter how many people view, how many people follow you or whatever. If you don't have money in your bank account or in your pockets, it equals to zero. It amounts to zero and nothing. Like, I know some people that pay to get likes. So once you're so bothered about having thousands of followers because a certain braider in your neighborhood has X amount of following, trust me, you don't know what they're doing. Most people pay for likes, most people pay for views, most people pay for following. That's none of your business. That shouldn't be your target. Your target is maintaining the relationships that you have with the clients that you have. Your ability to turn your clients into customers and repeat business. That's your focus. Don't get it twisted. The more they come into your suite or your chair, they sit on your chair, the more money you make. So let's keep our eyes on the game and not on social media. Social media is misleading. If you live for social media, you're going to get lost. Now, lastly, I want to talk to you about having a blueprint of how you see your business. You need to start this business no matter if you're starting small. You could start with as low as $20. $20 can get you a comb. It could get you shine and jam. It could get you a hair cream. It could get you scissors from beauty supply or from Walmart. It could get you, what else? Yeah, it could get you even a rack with $20. So if you go to Walmart, you buy, Walmart sells Shine and Jam, the little one, for two something, and then you buy your comb for $101, and then you buy your rack for $10, and then you buy your scissors for $1, and hair cream for like one something. So that's like $20, right? Yeah, and some change. You could literally start with $20, but don't keep your eyes because I started with $20. I want to stay on the $20 mark. No, you need to have a plan, have a blueprint. In 2 years or in 1 year, I want to see this. Maybe you start with your dining chair, $9.99 chair. If you go to Walmart, in 1 year or 6 months, you want to invest from your profit and you get a salon, a stylist seat, and then after that, you want to scale up and start buying professional stuff. You want to get your ring lights. You just know where you want to be. You have to have a plan. In 2 years, this is where I want to be. In 5 years, this is where I want to be. In 5 years, maybe in 5 years, I want to be known, or I want to have at least 100 clients, under my clientele. And then my books are closed. Now, if you start with that mindset, you're going to grow big. If you start with a mindset of, oh, I just want to just do it to pay bills, you're not going to go nowhere. You need to see the bigger picture for you to go places. Anyway, I hope I was able to educate us on this. For more in-depth breakdown, you could check out my other video. I think I did a lot. I talked more about these things, and and get it started. Thank you so much for watching. I remain your girl, Helen Reggie. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to turn on the notification button so when I bring in more videos, you would see this. I love you. Bye for now. Take care. Meet you at the top.